Hello, this is Stacy with Southern Style Tarot. I was just wanting to hop on here right quick because I haven't been on here in a while. Oh, sorry. Shadow, but it's bad. I haven't been on here in a while, and I'm just, life's gotten in the way. We've had grandbabies visiting, and just the season's picking up now. With everything that's going on in the world right now with the coronavirus and people losing their jobs and businesses closing and all the protesting and just looting and all the craziness in the world right now, I just wanted to hop on here right quick, and I just wanted to say I'm an overweight person. I'm a big girl. I always have been. Even if I do ever lose weight, I'll still be big. I'm just big bone, big girl. And one of the things that I'm very thankful for is being raised by the mother that I was raised by. The one thing that she always taught me ever since I was born, no matter what color, no matter what religion, no matter what anything, we're all God's children. And growing up in a house where nobody was better than anybody else, just, I wish we could all be raised by the mother that I was raised with. She was, I would describe her as a flower child hippie, but she always wanted and always told me and my sister, we all bleed red, we're all God's children. And it's just, I wish everybody could just for once, well, I really don't know what I'm trying to say. I don't know. I try not to write down anything or think something in my head before I get on here. All of my I've never edited a video. I just go with the flow, as you can tell, because some of them are horrible. But it's just me. I'm speaking from the heart. So I just wish we could all get along together, I'm not asking us to be friends, but I wish everybody could tolerate each other, And what does violence do? Violence is not the answer for anything. I don't care. It's just not. I mean, you can get your point across without violence. Pensacola had a very peaceful protest and a candlelight vigil. I mean, take a note from Pensacola, okay? I mean, my hat's off to you people in Pensacola. The only one that I've heard of that's a peaceful protest. Because where I was born in Birmingham right now, it's just horrible. They're protesting in Lynn Park. It's just awful. And I understand. I walk down the street, I'm made fun of. It used to hurt me, but after a while you get a thick skin and you don't let it bother you. It's like water off my back. I mean, even last summer, which I'll probably remember till the day I die, probably the last thing I say. Even last summer when I was bent over, because it was like, we were supposed to close at 6 and it was after 7, so it had gotten pretty dark outside. So I was bent over trying to put a bicycle in the door, closing up shop, and I was having trouble because I don't have any upper body strength like I used to. And I was bent over, and some guy just stopped there and flashed a picture of my butt bent over. I'm like, and I yelled at him, excuse my language, what the fuck does that have to do with anything? Are you really just taking a picture of my butt for no reason? I know it's a big butt. I see the shadow. It's a big butt. I don't care. I know this. I don't need a picture or a meme to remind me how big my butt is. I know this. Sorry, I'm bitter, but I walk down the street. People say, you're fat, you're lazy, you eat too much, hey, chubby. I mean, I've dealt with that my whole life. And it comes to a point, and it comes to a point where you don't care anymore. I don't know if it's maturity with age or the fact that I just don't give a shit no more. Excuse my language. Because racism is something that is taught. You're not born racist. You're taught racism. And it just astonishes me sometimes how people talk and how they're teaching their children and grandchildren and this hate. And I've never once, just jeez. I'm sorry I'm rambling, but I had to get on here when I seen, right down from where I was born, Lynn Park. Just everybody's yelling and spray painting monuments and having signs and police is having to be called. What good is it doing? I'm not saying don't protest. I'm just saying protest peacefully, Don't spray paint a monument. Don't just be peaceful about it. Just be peaceful about it. Anyway, I'm sorry I've gotten off the subject. Here lately, I haven't done all the May, which is the last day of May, so I figured, well, might as well just skip it. But I skipped some signs. I believe it was 4 signs for the general reading for May. And now June has started, so I'm going to have to try maybe tomorrow and Wednesday and Thursday night when I get home. I don't know. It depends on how it's going to go. But I'm going to try to do the best that I can and most of what I can. And if there's one thing that I would like for everybody to know right now, I just wish we could all coexist. We don't have to be all bosom buddies. I know it'll never happen. Never. But I do wish that we could just all learn to coexist, no matter what color or religion, sexuality, it shouldn't matter. We're all people, It should not matter at all. We all feel pain the same, And even, whatever religion you are, my hat's off to you. I just don't like to see hate, and I don't like to see innocent people killed for no reason. It's just not right, and there's so much wrong going on right now, and it's just a scary place right now. I'm going on, I'll be 43 in November. I'll be 43 years old in November. And I was one of those girls that grew up, and the whole time I was ever asked in school and high school and everything, what do you want to be? And I've always said, I've always wanted to be a mama. I've always wanted to have a family. Get married and have a family, and, the white picket fence and everything. But I've never had a child. And I've always had that thought in the back of my head. Well, up until recently because of all my new medical problems, but I always wondered in the back of my head what would it be like if I'd had a child, and what would they look like? Would they look like my mom or daddy or my sister? What kind of personality would they have? What hair color would they have? Would they make a difference in the world? But now, with all that's going on in this world and all these new viruses and the world being so unpredictable day to day, I'm glad I didn't have kids. I don't think the world is good enough for my child. And that's a bad thing to say, but that's how I feel. I wouldn't, especially now, these last few years, now that I've gotten my medical history that's apparently a horror novel, but I wouldn't want to pass that sickness on to someone else. It's hereditary, all that I've gotten, and well, except lupus, but I just don't want a child to go through all the pain that I've been through in my life. I wouldn't want my worst enemy to feel like I feel most of the time. And I want everybody to know that some people still believe, whether they're white, black, Buddhist, Christian, it doesn't matter. Gay, straight, bisexual, trisexual, whatever you want. Whatever you're into. It is possible for us to coexist. I want us, in my dreams, I do have like wishes and hopes for the world. I always pray to God to put us all in a good situation and don't put more on us than we can handle. So, with that being said, tarot reading may not be, the best thing in people's eyes, which opinions, excuse my language, are like assholes and everybody's got one, just like Salt and Pepper said. But no one is right and no one is wrong. I mean, there is a side to it. I mean, I watched my sister do it for years, and now she's on the other side of the fence. She thinks it's wrong and people shouldn't do it, which, hey Kelly, sorry. But I'm looking at it differently. I'm looking at it as, to me, that's why I watch certain tarot readers. It's like a psychologist almost, trying to help people. That's why I started my YouTube channel back up. I wanted to help people somehow. Even if just with one little tidbit of information through a reading that I can do. I mean, that's just all I can do. So, I just try. I want to help people, and I ain't got the brains to go to college or the money. So this is my redneck psychologist, I guess. But that's why I got into tarot reading. I do want to help people. And I want to try to help people above everything and give accurate readings, maybe help people, I don't know. I just like doing it, and I like helping people. So, if I do, great. If I don't, I'm sorry. I apologize. I tried. Like I always try to remember to say, it's not for everybody. So if it resonates, great. If it don't, then just don't worry about it. Try again next time. But I'm going to try to get on here tomorrow sometime. I'm going to start with, I know I want to do a full moon one. Them's my favorite. I want to do a full moon for collective for the full moon. I like those. But this is a new Oracle deck that I got that is so, I really like it. It feels good in my hands. It really resonates with the questions I've been asking myself. So I really want to do the generals with these. I'm going to try to do the mutable, fixed, and cardinal signs generally for the month of June, hopefully sometime in this week. Like I always do, I clarify with tarot cards. And I got a mini deck, so if I need, I don't know why I'm holding it up like this, but I got a mini deck that is for clarifiers. Because sometimes I feel like I need to clarify if I'm not getting the whole thing, or if I'm not understanding, or I'm not saying the right words, or I can't find the right words, so I can just grab the little deck and clarify. Alright. And I'm going to try to do the romance and I like doing the romance by the elements. I don't know why, but it always resonates with me in the elements. So I'm going to try to break out some new romance cards. I'm going to try to break out new cards when I can, because I have a lot of decks and I resonate more than with certain decks more than others. So I'm going to try to do, mix it up a little. I don't want to do the same old. I'm going to try to keep it different. But life is really ridiculously busy right now, which is a good thing. It's picking back up now. But just to everybody, please stay safe and be careful out there, okay? Let's just all try to get along. I know it'll never happen, but it would be nice. Not asking us to hold hands and skip and sing zippity-doo-dah, but, just treat people the way you want to be treated. That's how I was raised. That's why I've always tried to be nice to everybody, but sometimes that doesn't matter. Alright. Goodness, that was a lot. See, this is why I don't watch the news. It just I wouldn't say depresses me, but it makes me sad. And, it just does. I try not to watch the news that much, and my husband is one of those people who has to watch the news every morning, who has to watch the news every night. I'm just tired. But anyway, I'm Stacy with Southern Style Tarot. Sorry to ramble on, but when I feel something, that's how I roll. Thank you for stopping by, everybody. Again, please stay safe out there. Just be careful. Just roll with it. Say it changes daily, just like the energy. It changes every second. So just roll with it. Just everybody stay safe, okay? I'm Stacy with Southern Star Tarot. Y'all have a good night. Thanks for stopping by. Bye-bye.